No cigarettes, no weed. I'm fucking pissed.
Dude.
Why are you so angry? You took a nap.
Oh, I took a nap. I'm juiced. I have my energy drink. I hate this movie.
I feel like is doing the podcast making you kind of hate William, Mike, or have you always kind of hated him?
No. William is one of my best friends. It's all
I know,
topical.
but, you know,
it's all topical. No, I'm not
Like an
hating.
ointment?
I mean, is the podcast sometimes a burden? Yes, it can be, but I like having a commitment and sticking to that commitment. That is good for my mental health.
No, not that as a commitment, but just because I just saw the text that you sent where he was like, you guys were arguing about this shot from the movie being in Jurassic Park.
We bicker a lot.
The helicopter shot
is
the same as the Jurassic Park, you said?
It is friendly. It's friendly banter. They're both shot in Hawaii, so whatever.
Didn't sound too friendly to me.
Adam, you don't understand. This is normal. This is normal relations between two men. Okay, two warring
I don't
factions.
understand what that's like.
You're a fucking peacenik, loser, hippie, dipshit, weenie, passive.
This is more normal banter between two men.
Yeah,
it's the kind of I get it. I'm cool with that. I'm a man. I can handle it.
See, a podcast is an island, okay, and on this island there is no escape.
And there's no women either. And
yeah, that was a big issue.
There's no women in this podcast either, so.
They didn't explore that. I mean, that was clearly a huge part of that movie. I mean, all the homosexual sex going on behind the scenes. I don't know how they skipped over that. It's ridiculous.
Release the gay porn version of this movie.
Should have been in there.
That's an interesting point, Mike, because I was thinking that too watching the movie. Like, it's not just that they don't explore the idea of the fact that there's no women in the movie, no women on the island. They don't explore anything. This movie is not this movie's like not about anything. And that's the kind of like interesting thing about 90s movies. They don't, it's like nowadays you watch a movie and it's like, oh, is this about Trump? Is this about Israel? Is this about socialism? Is this about Democrats, Republicans? And you're like, this is woke. This is not woke, blah, blah, blah. You watch a 90s movie, it's like, this is about nothing. This is just nothing.
It's like a stupid idea that some dumb guy thought of, and he wrote a script, and another dumb guy was like, this is really fucking good.
It very softly tries to scratch the surface of like, oh, the criminal justice system. It fails at that. And then kind of like
corporations.
Oh, no,
and then the dude is like a veteran and he's all fucked up in the head.
Oh, that's true.
They kind of touch
commentary.
On that,
There's commentary.
It's really weak.
Sure, but it's like
powerful.
It's like
stuff.
it's like a Vietnam. The Ray Liotta character committed like a Vietnam style atrocity in a helicopter in Benghazi in 2011. Ironically, the same year as the Benghazi uprising.
The future date was 2011. You're saying?
Yeah, because this movie's made in 94, 94.
2022.
They nailed it.
And the movie takes place in 2022, and it's highly futuristic. So
that's what it's like now.
But it's not like but look, I guess we could kill an entire village in a helicopter anytime.
Well, the My Lai massacre. I thought that's what they were trying to.
But it felt like
sort
Vietnam.
of allude to. Yeah. And I thought it was Vietnam too, because I was thinking, 94. But yeah, I forgot about the movie being in the not so distant future.
It's because they didn't understand what was going to ruin everything in the 90s. They didn't understand what it was.
It was the Clinton years. Everybody was having a great time.
Feel good 90s.
Yeah, feel good 90s. Getting your dick sucked.
The only
Even
thing
the president was getting his
well,
dick sucked.
we won the Cold War definitively. The Soviet Union was collapsing. It had collapsed and all those countries were independent. It seemed like democracy was going to win. And globalization was going to be the solution to the world's problems.
Yeah.
And they didn't understand, no, that was actually going to ruin everything.
So yeah, what were the filmmakers scared of? Like, that was coming down the road in the future that they were trying to warn us about with this movie? Because they say this, it's the future of justice. This movie is about
Prison Planet, the prison planet that Alex Jones has been warning us about.
Prison Freedom.
this an Alex Jones movie? Is this like an InfoWars kind of? This is.
Yeah, totally. I don't know.
Yeah, Alex Jones, of course. This is one of his favorite films, and he talks about it every day. He's like, we gotta have a village and a commune, and we gotta make our own liquor.
The dude's got to they got to work out all the time and look really tough and buff all the time. That's what we really need.
We did a
Yeah.
lot of tan clothing, a lot of V-necks.
Dude,
One
that
black
was-
guy.
Everybody's
Hudson.
dirty.
They lived in an agrarian utopia.
Yeah. It's
It's crazy.
funny.
They really did. It's a good idea for prisoners on like a prison planet to be like, hey, what are we doing? Let's just like live here
They're not
in Maui
Now,
and enjoy
the only
Hawaiian
shot in the
lifestyle.
movie in Hawaii is that helicopter shot
See?
clipped from Jurassic Park. It's the leftover footage they bought, and this occurs in a lot of movies.
I knew it. I called it.
Blade Runner.
No, you
has
said it was. You said it was the same shot as Jurassic Park, and that's wrong.
What?
And
What do
It's,
William,
it's an
William called
unused
him out of it.
shot.
Yeah,
It's unused footage from the shooting of Jurassic Park.
Oh my God, you guys! You know, arguing semantics
Just
is
saying.
like the weakest form of arguing. It's like the pettiest form of arguing.
no, William.
Okay,
well, you just
you're
have
right.
to point.
Hey,
you just have to say that
hey,
William's right.
Let's live in a world where words have no meaning, and then when we have arguments, we
So
don't actually.
it's an unused shot from Jurassic Park, but it's not the same shot. What the fuck are you talking about?
Just say
There is
what-
no
just
shot
admit
in.
it.
Okay, look, there is no shot in No Escape that is a shot in Jurassic Park. I mean, you're really stretching the definition of the word
What
shot.
are you talking about? The leftover footage? Yeah. Well, what I meant was it's the same island it shot. I don't mean
Okay,
it's the same.
you're right.
I don't mean it's the
It's
same
the same
exact
island.
like.
So you
duh.
misspoke. You're saying. So Mike, you're admitting that you misspoke.
Well, I guess we have a difference of opinion of what shot means.
Why can't you admit you're wrong? You are such an
Oh
egomaniac.
my god! Oh my god! Yeah. See.
I'm trying to get you to bite somebody's head again. That's what-
Ear.
or
The
ear.
egomania,
Oh, you
Mike
bit the top of
Thomas.
somebody's
I
head.
did guy bite a guy's
He's
head,
a
yeah.
complete egomaniac, and he just can't admit when he's wrong.
He's
It's
using
o-
my lines. Jesus Christ.
Well, they were good lines.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll take a pat on the back for that. Give me a point for that.
Now,
You
and
can always just bite your pillow if you need.
here's
to
a
bite
little
something.
trivia. Blade Runner, in the theatrical cut, when they fly away on the little car, they use unused footage from The Shining.
Oh wow!
So I
From
should have said
the
it's the
driving
same
stuff.
footage. Because I said shot, I was wrong. I should have said it's the same footage from Jurassic Park that is in
Technically,
this
it's
movie.
B-roll, I guess, right? Or
Yeah.
like it's
I know I'm right. Thank
You
you.
just got to be careful with your words, Mike. If you really want people to respect what you say.
The other thing is, I don't even remember that shot from
Yeah.
No
Well,
Escape.
there you go. See.
Because because you're like, oh, in the helicopter, because there's no because the shot, you're like, that's the same shot with the helicopter from Jurassic Park, but you're referring to a shot in No Escape that doesn't even contain a helicopter. So I was thinking of a shot in No Escape that contained a helicopter, which is definitely a totally different helicopter than the one in Jurassic Park.
Well,
thus
yeah,
being
of
a completely different
course.
shot. So you see how the words you're using were all wrong. But other
I
than that,
should've
you were
said the
right.
view.
You were right.
It's the same island.
Sure, Mike. Yeah, if this is what you need us to say to move forward, we will
What's
say
next?
it.
What's
You were
next?
right.
God, you're right. You recognized the island, and it was exactly the same island. Now, here's the thing about No Escape.
Two
it
islands.
takes place in the year 2022, and I am not looking forward to that year because things are crazy. In the future, corporations run prisons.
What?
Holy shit!
And not
That's
only
the
are they
most
prisons,
fucked up thing.
but
I've
there's
ever heard.
like they're like hidden prison islands away from where the rest of society knows what's going on, or because he was like
This is the thing.
they're trying to hide the fact that there's that island, right? The corporation's trying to hide the fact, which
Oh,
again doesn't make any sense, but whatever.
yeah, like
Like, oh, someone's gonna see that signature, someone's gonna see that fire.
yeah. But this is another thing about this. It's like they put these prisoners on this like paradise island where they can live freely and shit. The problem
The
with this
island
movie
is so nice.
yeah, it's so nice. The only problem is that there's these fucking guys that don't get the message or the point, and the point is to just like get along and like coexist. But
hold on, Adam. These are the
Yeah.
most dangerous criminals who have they were in a maximum security level 6 prison in the desert.
You know, it's just so funny.
The
Okay.
chubby British
Only,
guy
only to be able to travel to by train, futuristic train. Okay.
and Ernie
All
Hudson and this chubby British
Kevin
character actor
Dillon,
guy.
all these guys were so bad they couldn't handle the maximum security level 6 prison. They had to be gone. They had to be put on an island. They're so dangerous.
It was a fucking wild bunch of
And just to make that even
motherfuckers.
fun, why that's even funnier is there's only 5 levels of prison, so they added this
Yes.
extra level, and then they're on top of that level. Even they're that bad.
They're so bad.
They're
Adam.
level.
They're not
They're level
chill.
7 plus, basically.
And
Yeah, like when they remember that at the beginning that warden, the Jewish caricature guy.
Who said he was
Michael-
Jewish? Whoa,
Michael Lerner.
This is clearly a Jewish
He's
character.
He's not Jewish. He's Italian.
Oh, for real?
I don't know.
All right.
maybe he's a Eugene.
Anyway, but he's like, you can't
You think
escape.
Michael-
There's no escape. And then they fucking immediately, if he's too bad, they just put him on a paradise island. That's escaping the prison, the futuristic dystopian prison. You know what I mean?
Would you murder someone in the future just so you could be sent to the island?
Yeah, that sounds better than fucking That's the thing. These movies are always acting like their prison is worse than what prison actually is now. You know what I mean? Like this is like a better version of the future than what we currently live in.
Well, hold on. It's island prisons are a historical thing that we used to have, like all over the world. We had so many
Australia was an island.
penal
Sure.
penal colonies, right? So
What kind of colonies?
Penis colonies.
yeah,
Whoa.
penile. So
This was a penis colony.
It's a total
Fucking-
sausage fest.
Yeah, dude.
that movie Papillon, that's about a penal colony with Dustin Hoffman and Steve McQueen. And like normally they have guards on the island who beat the shit out of the people and torture them. But these guys are just left to do their own thing and they're not tortured. They have a nice little society. Half of them, but the other thing is like there's like 100 good guys and then there's apparently 600 bad guys. And the bad guys are just white guys who paint themselves black. It's a movie shot in Australia and there's no black people in the cast except for Ernie Hudson. So
Yeah, it's
They
all
just
white
paint the-
people.
they paint themselves black and they're
Like
supposed to be
is.
there's supposed to be different gangs based on their clothing.
They didn't explain that very well.
They don't explain it at all in the movie. This is something I only know because I watched the making of No Escape when I was 11 years old on HBO. And the
Damn.
costume designer was like, I've designed 4 different styles of clothing for the 4 different gangs. That's why when like the bad guy, the Stuart Wilson comes out with all the different heads and
Yeah.
he's like, see, I want to be in charge. Like he killed all the gangs and now he's in charge.
Yeah, they needed to explain that better, or
They-
like
it-
have a meeting of the top dudes or something instead of just.
I know.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense.
But
The
wait,
movie sucks.
You're
That's
saying that-
Bravo.
you're saying that they painted
Yeah.
their faces black. You're saying they like made white men to play black men in the movie.
I think that was.
Not-
I think that was a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Oh,
They
my bad, my bad.
they should have been dirty. I mean,
But
if you,
in the jungle, you see them painted black and they're like sneaking around.
Well, they're wearing weird shit, like weird face stuff. It's kind of Mad Maxy.
it's
and
like it's like fear. It's like Road Warrior mixed with Waterworld.
Thunderdome.
Yeah, and then a little bit of fucking like the kids from Hook mixed in there. That's
Oh,
what their
yeah.
costumes look like.
There's
Yeah,
also like
totally.
one group of guys who are the bad guys, like outsiders, who all wear computer chips and old computer equipment. And they're like futuristic cyber tribal guys,
That's
like
badass.
cyber primitives. And I
I
remember
bet-
thinking that was so cool in the making of. I was like, oh, they're gonna have that in the movie, and then it wasn't even like a thing in the movie. They're in like one shot.
Lame.
Maybe there's like an extended cut. We should have watched the extended cut.
I'm
This
assuming-
movie's not long enough.
What crimes did those guys do? Those are the chomos or what?
I don't know. They don't talk. Most of the crimes in the movie are very like not they're not very severe. They talk about okay, like one guy was like a getaway car for kidnapping Kevin Dillon, and the little kid died. And then Lance
That's like Sean
Henriksen,
Penn
he
in
said
Bad Boys.
his wife OD'd, but he killed her.
Yeah, he says he killed her.
So then why was he a maximum
Why did he
security
say?
level 6? And why is he on the island? Like no one's
Oh
crimes.
Lord.
Like the whole point of the movie should have been like if Roger Corman or any schlocky 70s filmmaker had made this, it would just be like an island of crazy criminals. Everybody would be like the tough motherfucker in the prison movie, but they've all been kicked out of the prisons and now they're the worst of the worst.
It's
Yeah,
be like
they
a
should
Lord of
be-
the Flies situation,
It should be
basically.
crazy. It should be crazy shit.
It
But
should be
everybody's
like
like normal and lighthearted and fun and likable, and you know what I mean? Like,
Ray Liotta should have such serious anger issues that he couldn't even get along with like a normal conversation. Like
yeah.
he should be angry all the time. He should like hate people all the time. He should be untrusting of everyone he talks to.
Why are all these fucking prison sci-fi movies bad?
I mean,
Future
it's
Future
hard to predict.
Justice.
Yeah,
Future
it's,
Justice movies.
it's hard to predict the future, man.
Sorry,
I mean,
Future
come on.
Justice.
Why are
Well,
they
I
all
mean, but
bad?
they're not-
Because they're all 90s.
Dude, the Wachowskis could do a Future Justice movie. The sisters could do it.
Are you okay? Breathing heavy.
Isn't I mean, not to be like super heady, but isn't the Matrix a future prison movie?
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, thank you. That's two.
Well, the Matrix
tonight.
has good action. I know the thing I'm noticing about these movies
Two
is
for Mike.
Judge Dredd, Virtuosity, No Escape. They don't have good action scenes.
I thought
And
this
then-
movie had pretty something in the action that was like at least like
Okay, it has, but it's like maybe 5 to 7 minutes of the movie is action.
yeah.
It's really not a lot of action. It's not like even an 80s Schwarzenegger movie. It's a lot of dialogue. I mean, there's so much dialogue and there's so much like heart to heart
Yeah,
shit, and
uh,
but the characters are shallow.
yeah, there's nothing there. You can see like Ray Liotta's a good actor, but everything else is just so campy and just like silly looks and like a dramatic
Are you
stare.
talking about the bad guy, Stuart Wilson?
Remember when he fights the first dude in the pit? There's like, oh, we got a swimming instructor for you, and it's like that big fat dude. And
Yeah.
he's like, "Arr!" He gives like a totally ridiculous.
And he
He's-
like immediately kills him. And he
Yeah,
dies.
it's terrible. He's like, gives a tough face, and I don't know. It's just so bad.
And then Stuart
Ray Liotta-
Wilson's like, "Hey, like we're looking for some new members. Maybe you want to join our gang." And he's like, "Oh yeah, how do you have health benefits?" It's like sitcom dialogue.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
are
yeah.
supposed to be hardened criminals, nearly illiterate murderers. They should just be like grunting oaths. They should just be attacking each other.
I love when
And
gang
swearing.
leaders ask
should be
somebody to
raping.
join their gang. Can you please join our gang?
Yeah, I mean the main
Mhm.
bad guy Merrick was awful. Why he looks so clean, and why would he like joke around and kind of act like fruity
Mike,
too?
what are you talking about? He
It
had
just-
3 piercings on his
Yeah,
nose
what
bridge.
the fuck?
That's fucked up.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
The
yeah, I
guy
just didn't get
cannot
it.
live
And
in
with
a normal
dreads.
society.
He had
And
those
it was a
wheelchair
white man with
gloves.
dreads.
He had the wheelchair
He-
gloves with studs.
But he was dressed like Bennett from Commando.
Yeah. He's also dressed like Auntie
Yes.
from Thunderdome,
Yeah, and he's fat. And
and he sucks.
do you recognize him from any movies you've ever seen?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I do.
He's-
What's he in?
I even
He's
looked him
a-
up, but I didn't recognize him.
He's the bad guy in Lethal Weapon 3.
No, he's
I
something
can't even
else,
remember that
that's
one.
He's in The Count of Monte Cristo. He's in The Mask of Zorro.
it.
Yep, but now you'll know. Now you'll never forget him.
Lethal Weapon 3 is
Rene
no.
Russo.
No idea. I was thinking of Die Hard. Even I don't think I saw Lethal
Rene
Weapon 3.
Russo. All right. Whatever happened to Rene Russo?
She died.
Oh, she did?
Of what?
Yeah. She was raped to
COVID?
death by a pack of hyenas.
Awesome.
Oh wow.
It was horrifying.
I'm sorry to hear that.
She's like 60 something years old. She's in stuff, I guess. She married Dan Gilroy, director of Nightcrawler,
Right, she was in Nightcrawler.
and she's in Velvet
Good
Buzzsaw.
stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Well, hey, I would
Hey,
say this movie's kind of like a direct to video sort of vibes, I would say,
Yeah,
really?
sure.
in my
Whatever.
opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's
It's
see.
got stars in it. It's got stars. Ray Liotta's a
Like some of the
star, right?
special effects. The beginning prison especially had like felt like a DTV movie. Maybe I was thinking like, oh, this if this movie just had like dark cinematography in the prison scenes, the
Here's
vibe
the
would have been
problem.
set.
That would
Here's the
help.
thing. Direct to video in 94 when this movie was made is a totally different thing than direct to video now. Like nowadays this is a direct to video movie. But in the 90s, a direct to video movie is like so fucking low budget and so shitty. Completely different. Like
Yeah.
not
Oh,
like shot in warehouses, not even outdoor.
So as usual, what he's saying, Adam, is you're wrong. So
Yeah, you're fucking wrong.
you're minus one right now.
fuck.
I'm just trying to keep things clear for the audience, okay?
Okay.
No,
I don't want them listening to a podcast with
All right.
three idiots.
It's
Okay.
okay.
What's
But
next?
you got direct TV vibes. That's
Hey,
cool.
but you know what? Something good about this era, you sent us the long play of the Super Nintendo game based on this movie.
Hell yeah.
And that's cool. That's cool that they used to have like video games for every fucking stupid movie that came out.
It's like a
Yeah,
side scroller. I didn't
Yeah,
watch the
yeah.
video. Yeah, I figured as much.
Judge Dredd had a video game. I didn't play the No Escape video game. I did play the Judge Dredd one. And the Judge Dredd one, you have to like go around a level and you have to blow up barrels. And if you blow up all the barrels, and you like can pass the mission. And then
Just like the movie.
I played Stargate, and like you're James Spader and you're running around the Egypt
Dude.
planet, and you have to go in like tents and you have to talk to people, and you talk to
But
like
you're
Kurt
also like
Russell.
jumping over things and like grabbing
Every
like
game,
floating fruit and shit,
almost
right?
every game was a side scroller.
Yeah,
And
dude.
then
Yeah, now that I think about it, of course.
for
Yeah.
Super Nintendo and Genesis, but there were rare overhead, like like overhead where you're
Yeah,
running
yeah, yeah,
around.
yeah, yeah.
There's a Die Hard Super Nintendo game where that's overhead, that's pretty cool. And
That
then
sounds
there's
cool.
a
Like GTA.
I played a fireman game that was an overhead view that you're a fireman on Super Nintendo.
fire truck.
That game fucking ruled.
You're the
Fire
fire truck,
truck?
and it's a driving game, right?
No, this was you were a fireman and you were over the top view
Oh.
and there's little like square spots you could move and you put out the fire. You get a different type of fire extinguishers for electrical fire. It was really cool.
The coolest one they ever made was Die Hard Trilogy for PlayStation. Each movie had its own game. So in Die
I
Hard,
played that.
first person shooter.
Die
Die
Hard
Hard
2?
2. Um,
I think the Die Hard 2 was the first person shooter.
for one was like a railgun, like Virtual Cop, and then
Yeah,
one was
I think that was Die Hard
3
2.
was Die Hard 3 was driving.
Because I remember like if you shot like an innocent person in the airport in Die Hard 2,
Oh yeah.
like Bruce Willis or like John McClane would be like, "I'm sorry," and then you just keep shooting other people. But I remember just that's in your head. That's in my head. It's like because it made me be like, "Oh, I feel bad that I shot an innocent person."
It
Yeah,
evokes emotion.
I'm watching Die Hard. It's third person. He's running around the hotel. Or
That game was sick. I wish they still did that, dude, for movies. There should be like a low budget PlayStation 5 game for like Flight Risk or something. That Mark Wahlberg movie that just came out or
They do it, but they only do it for the same movie. So like there's like a Predator game or an Evil Dead. They do like all the 80s, 90s
there should be a game.
franchises.
There should be
Avatar
like
has a game.
a
Avatar has
Brutalist
a game.
Oh, really? That's cool. What about
There is a Brutalist game for Sega Saturn.
hell yeah. What are you talking about?
You didn't see that? My tweet?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I
What?
made a Brutalist. I made a cover for the Brutalist for Sega
Oh, that's
Saturn.
so funny. Yeah, I know. I know everybody's talking about that tweet, but I didn't. I guess I forgot. The tweet is the talk of
Twitter.
Twitter. What about Dune? Dune would be a cool game. I'm looking at movies that
They got
They're
to have a
making
Dune
a they're
game.
making a game of Doom.
I want to ride a worm. Not like that. I mean, I want to ride like a big sand. Not, I mean, not like a big worm.
Like
You want to
Saying
from
ride a
ride it
Friday?
like
penis or
in
a worm?
Dune. I'm
I don't
not.
understand what you
You talk
mean.
about the guy from Friday?
Yeah, yeah,
You want to ride Big Worm?
yeah.
Look at this. I made a Substance cover for Game Boy Color.
That's cool, man. It's cool to see the Photoshop, see behind the curtain a little bit. He's showing us the Photoshop file.
I wish I had hobbies.
Yeah, I thought you like had a lot of work to do, like right now, William.
I did this during the Super Bowl. This is what I do on the weekend.
Hey, you're supposed to be drawing fun characters or something. You're
All right,
supposed to be.
Conclave for PlayStation 1.
That's cool. I haven't seen these movies. Maybe that would be. Maybe it hit. Did that tweet do well?
It did okay.
Mm,
People were talking about the Super Bowl.
that's why. That's why it didn't do good.
I was thinking it would be cool if Conclave for PlayStation 1 was like Final Fantasy Tactics. You know,
Okay.
and they're all the popes are all the bishops are voting for the new pope.
Okay.
You know what
And it's like
you know what I mean?
like, and the text is coming on screen, like, and you get to vote for the Pope.
What are you guys hoping for Best Picture this year? Everybody wants to know your Oscar picks.
As somebody who's seen a lot of the movies that are in theaters,
Yeah, I mean, out of the movies I saw, that movie about the white supremacist gang, that was probably the best movie I saw all year.
Oh, The Order.
The Order,
No
yeah.
nominations.
I'm
Now,
sure not. I'm just thinking of the best movie I saw. That was it. And that, it was also maybe the last movie I saw.
uh,
y- what about
Amelia
Brutalist?
Perez. I think
I didn't
Amelia
I
Perez
didn't
is
see The
the
Brutalist.
best movie, one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Do you guys want to cover The Brutalist on the show? It's a lean, mean 3.5 hours long.
Is it
Good
really
Lord.
gory?
No.
Oh,
Is
okay,
it
good.
No, it's called The Brutalist. What the fuck?
What's it about?
It's about an architect who survives the Holocaust,
Oh my god.
and he comes to America and he's treated horribly by Guy Pearce.
Oh, that sounds good.
And Guy Pearce is really good in it. It's pretty good. It's just long. Brutalist is good. Anora was good.
Did you see that one movie that that Amelia Perez movie?
Amelia Perez, I tried to watch it. So James Cameron, I saw an interview with him and they're like, "What's the cool movie you've seen lately?" And he's like, "Amelia Perez. I've watched it 3 times. Zoe Saldana is amazing." And I was
Joey,
like, "Really?"
James Cameron said that?
And because Zoe Saldana is in Avatar, so I guess he said he really liked it. And then I tried watching it, and I was just bored, and I didn't even get past like 5 or 10 minutes. It's like,
Movies are dead, dudes. It's about video games now.
what's the hot new game?
Spider-Man 2.
My nephew keeps playing that Marvel
Marvel
something.
Rightals.
Yeah, that's what he
That
says he's
game,
over
I don't want
Fortnite.
I don't like the games that little kids play. They're crazy and shit. Like William's flexing right now. Why are you flexing?
I'm just flexing, babe.
Oh,
You want
cool.
those adult video games, that huge
I want
market?
adult video games. Well, like, like these crazy games where it's just like blah, 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 blah. It's
Yeah,
just like
every
crazy
button
shit
Yeah.
going
you
on.
got to know it. Yeah, it is. I didn't like it either, to be honest. I
But
tried it.
Adam's favorite thing is just to like chill, man. He wants to chill.
I like to chill
He
when I
likes
play
he likes
games.
the Spider-Man 2 storylines where it's like, you have to walk an old lady across town quietly and carefully, and he's like, wow, this is cool.
No, I don't like that part. I like the
Oh,
swinging
this
around. I like to swing around. But I remember that was a crazy. I remember playing as like a deaf. I was like playing Spider-Man one night. I was like, I only have time for one mission, and I did a mission, and it made me play as this like deaf black lady, and I was just walking around and like helping like wayward teens and shit. And that's like, I don't want that was the only thing I wanted to sit down and play Spider-Man, and I
Yeah,
That sounds
and as a deaf
terrible.
black woman.
these Sony games, God of War, Spider-Man, Horizon, they're all the same. They seem to have all the same mechanics built in. There's like you have to go in the grass and be stealth, or like you have to have multiple characters and relationships. It's like Spider-Man, you have all these side characters. God of War, you have your little kid, and you have all these. It's all this like shit going on when we just want to have a. I just want to have a really intense experience from beginning to end with a video game. It's like like when you watch like a gangbang and there's like nine cocks and like one lady in the middle. I just want that intensity, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to see. It's not like a bunch of guys just like standing there jerking off, like trying to stay
No,
hard.
I need like swords coming at me all
Yeah,
direction. It's just like a
you?
like a shooter,
Right, right. So
like a
you're the
high,
lady, and
like a very intense Japanese arcade game from 1998.
that's kind of like more like a kid shit, I would say for me. Like that's like the what I was talking about. It's crazy, bunch of crazy shit happening on screen. Maybe you'd like Marvel Rivals, William.
No,
Did
I
you
will
play
not.
it? You didn't like it?
Point for Adam.
I don't play games like that.
Oh my
I'm
god.
back on the board.
I like simple mechanics, but like simple like a cock, and I want a lot of them at the
Okay,
same
we get
time.
it. We
I
get
mean,
it.
there's
know?
hella shit going on in that Marvel Rivals game. There's hella shit going on all around you, and
Lots of cocks.
you gotta do. But you don't really like games where you play against other people. It seems like you like to play like a story
No,
fantasy type shit.
no.
What multiplayer game do you play?
I like arcade
All right,
games.
arcade games.
Okay,
Sure.
and arcade games don't have stories.
Mike's
They're very
getting pissed again.
focused.
Uh-huh.
He gets upset. He doesn't know what words
I'm
mean.
relaxed. I'm totally relaxed. This is what I look like relaxed.
Got it.
Mike, why don't you just smoke a nice joint
God, I want to so bad.
and then go to McDonald's and just get like
this wig out.
just get like a purple drink, an orange drink, milk,
You
dessert.
got a wig out at McDonald's.
Well, actually, that combo I showed you, I didn't get the orange drink. I got a chocolate shake, and it was pretty gross.
Bad boy.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Fruity, salty, crispy cocks coming at me from all directions.
hey, you would be pretty at home if you were on this prison island.
Now, the prison island, there is no gay sex.
Get back on track.
Well, none
There
shown.
is-
There's clearly gay sex going on there. They just didn't show it.
That'd be cool if they just all were fucking. And Ray Liotta immediately is just like, yeah, I'll fucking get my dick.
Sex
I'll
guys-
suck your dick too. But you
They
just
have-
these are not in the. They're not relevant to the story, so it doesn't really.
They just have Christmas parties.
Gotta keep it lean.
Okay.
Yeah, because they got a special. They got like a shipment of candies washed
And
ashore.
And they get drunk.
That
And they
sounds pretty
drink
fun.
moonshine liquor.
And then what happens after the moon? You know what I'm saying?
You go to bed.
Then they get raided by the outsiders.
Their asses get raided by the insiders.
But luckily, they were tipped off by a secret inside man.
They were tipped off. You know what I'm saying?
So they were
Each
ready.
side
For,
has a mole. They both have moles.
everybody has a mole.
like a gerbil, more of a gerbil situation, like
Richard Gere.
Yeah.
You've never made that reference before.
All
Now,
right, just keep talking.
So they have an inside man, but we don't know who it is. Anyway, there's a pretty cool battle scene in the middle of the movie where the guys attack using flaming arrows, flying in the air like hot cocks. Just so many arrows
Yeah,
are flying. And there's some good shot. There's a good shot where a guy gets a flaming arrow in his mouth.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's cool.
I was
It goes
wondering how
out and then back in a couple times. So
It looked like Braveheart.
there's no escape from.
it's before Braveheart.
Yeah, right. I guess Braveheart. Oh, excuse me. Braveheart looked like this. My mistake.
Yeah.
But
God.
it reminded me of the attack in the movie Ron from 1985.
It's
The cat-
about a guy named Ron.
The castle
Ron?
attack.
Oh.
Ooh, I love
I like
Captain. That's one of my mom's favorite movies.
Cuba. Now, in Ron and Throne of Blood, there's these cool arrow attack scenes. and that reminded me of that. There's a lot of weird shenanigans in No Escape though, involving like Ray Liotta, like just like, God damn it, I want to leave the village, but I have to beat up all the bad guys. So he's like beating them up and like breaking their necks and killing everybody. And then Kevin Dillon's like being a pussy and he's like afraid to kill anyone.
He's like the
Remember,
twink. He's like a little twink on the island.
Totally.
You know,
level 7 maximum security island prison no one in the world knows about. The worst human beings in the world.
a scared boy, twink boy.
We have a fraidy cat.
Yeah.
So anyway, Ray Liotta does this annoying swashbuckler thing where he like cuts like a weighted rope, and then he like flies up in the air holding on a rope, and he's like, it's like something out of a swashbuckler movie, and then he
Yeah. I love those though. That always delivers, I think, when a guy gets taken up by a rope. It's
You ever
always fun to
s-
watch. I want to do
they
that,
always
actually.
know what rope to cut. They just cut a rope, and then a weight falls, and then they like go whoop.
Yeah,
and
they
go,
should cut
go
the
in the
wrong
air.
rope sometime and just the fall like the rope just kind of falls down. They're like, oh,
Uh-oh.
whoops.
Whoops. The entire like fortress falls down, all the wooden
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
things.
Or
And
he
they
like
look around, they're like, excuse me, lady.
he cuts a rope that was like holding up an old man's pants, and then like the pants fall down. That could be a fun little thing if anybody wants to do that.
And the old man has a big, fat, huge cock.
Oh yeah. And
And
then
it's like
yeah.
Jackie Chan. And he's
What's
like,
that?
oh, I don't want no trouble.
Oh yeah. Oh okay, yeah. I bet Jackie's got a hog, dude. How big do you think Jackie Chan's cock is?
5.5 inches.
Really?
Oh, so huge. Jeez.
Damn, not that big, man. That's crazy. Let's keep it in the realm of reality.
That's my prediction. You asked me.
Okay, okay. Mike,
How
how
big do
big
you
do you think his cock is?
And again, are we talking around or length?
Length,
No, I'm
hard.
talking about width, actually.
I was
Length.
thinking,
You got the guess for length, and Mike's gonna have the guess for width.
I'll go 4.5 stars. Oh no, that's Williams.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I will go two and a half stars.
What about Price is Right, but you have to guess a guy's cock?
Oh, that's fun. You don't want to go too big, yeah. As close as you can get without going over. That's a good idea for a game show, William.
Seems sexist.
You're in a suit with like cards holding it. Be like, okay, welcome back to the penis is right.
The
Your
Penis is
host.
Right,
Yeah.
hosted by Drew Carey.
Yes, yeah. It was always his dream to host The Penis is Right. He grew up watching it. And then
Whenever
at
I
the-
was sick home from school, I would watch The Penis is Right.
yes.
You know, my mom would get so mad at me.
Yeah.
But
Plinko is like you're dropping like a thing in a guy's ass or something. The Plinko, like you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do know what the Plinko
And
is.
the big wheel is
There's just like 5 dudes with their ass spread open wide at the bottom of the board.
Yeah.
Just whichever one it slips into. Is
Yeah.
that what you were trying to say?
yeah, and the big wheel is that a bunch of guys cocks that are like going
Oh, on the side.
spin it. Yeah,
where
yeah.
where the arrow goes through.
yeah, like a bunch of Puerto Rican guys, hot young Puerto Rican guys.
that would hurt their cocks.
It's I mean,
And their
it's a
cocks
little-
would get
Oh, I was thinking they're more like
Ripped off.
dildos. I didn't think of the dudes actually being on there.
yeah, no, it's a big wheel of Puerto Rican guys.
It's a heavy ass wheel.
Yeah, it's why it's
Well,
hard to put. Yeah, it's hard to pull.
That's
Like
fair.
if you're smaller, you got to use two hands.
What about Wheel of Fortune, but the wheels the wheel on a bus?
Oh hell yeah, dude! It goes round and round.
That'd be
Dude, that's
cool,
fucking
right?
cool.
And instead of
Alright.
Vanna White, it's Vanna Black. She has big fat tits and ass.
Hell yeah.
That sounds cool.
And you're just on a bus.
These are good ideas. This is a good idea for the game shows.
Imagine this, a game show where you're in a bus going in New York City. Cash bus.
Oh, cool.
And what do you do?
You have to play Wheel of Fortune.
Okay,
Oh man.
okay. I'm with you.
But
Good stuff,
unfortunately,
guys.
we have to escape from this conversation and segue to what happened after the raid. Luckily, not a lot of things went wrong. They burned down a bunch of buildings, but everything was okay. Ray Liotta got some good sleep. He wakes up. He's walking around. He sees a secret boat. What are these guys doing with this little boat? They go down to the
Yeah.
shore. Turns out they have a secret boat and they're going to escape using this little boat.
Yeah.
And
What do you think about that?
it's been designed not to be detected by radar systems. Now the little boat is driving away in the water, and then what happens? A helicopter shows up and rockets it because there was an inside man who told the authorities. Now who could the rat be? It's like
There's only
if
one obvious.
if you're if you're on an island and everybody's skinny and there's one incredibly huge, fat, disgusting guy who looks like a pig, like he literally has the the hanging eyes of a pig.
And he's got that
He,
like big double,
Oh,
fat guy double chin thing where when he talk, like he's like, oh, I don't know. He's British. He's like, well, I don't know about that. But every time he moves his mouth, like his chin jiggles,
his name
like
is like
Santa's belly.
Ian
King.
McNeice.
Oh
Ian
no.
McNeice. He's in Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls.
Yes, that's it. Oh man, I love this guy.
He's in Sleepy Hollow.
Ace Boys.
He's just a big fat fuck. He looks
Yeah,
really unhealthy.
I bet. I
And
wonder what he's doing now.
he's dead. So
For real?
I
Well,
guess
raped by hyenas again.
is he dead? Let's Google it.
No, there's no way.
He's 74 years old and he looks really good.
We should have priced his right at his age.
He lose the weight? Did he ever
No,
lose the weight?
he lost some weight. He's really fat and gross with a beard.
Ooh, the beard was probably a good call.
Now, oh, he was in Dune, the Sci-Fi Channel original series.
I'm glad
Hell
he's
yeah.
working.
He was Baron Harkonnen. Holy
Ooh,
shit.
that's a beefy role for a
Yeah,
beefy
see,
man.
in the new Dune movie, we don't even get a fat Baron. We get what's his face? Stellan Skarsgård in makeup.
Yeah,
Think
but
about how
he's a
much
big fat guy in a tub, isn't he? And he like a big tub of goo
but it's
and he's
fake
fat.
fat. It's fake fat.
Oh, you want a real fat guy.
I want a real fatty.
Like who? Who should have played him?
I was thinking your mother. No,
Oh,
what about who's fat?
yeah.
Precious.
Precious, of course.
Ooh.
Lizzo just lost some weight. I heard I saw online.
Monique.
Monique,
She
also
could play-
who's also in Precious. Damn,
She plays-
Precious is just the fucking movie of fat chicks.
That's one of the best villains of all time.
I've never
Precious'
seen it. I've
mom.
never seen it.
You never seen Precious?
Never saw Precious.
Oh my God. Come on, man. Should we do that for the pod? Nah,
I
I'm
was
just
too
playing.
busy banging chicks. Never
No,
saw
you weren't.
Precious. No, I
What
wasn't.
year was this?
That I was too busy banging chicks.
Yeah. Early 2000s.
Well, when did Precious come out? Because that's the fucking that's the year.
2008.
Oh, I was just railing through women at that time, huh?
Yeah, I was going through lots of ladies.
The housing crisis. Jesus.
Yeah, with the housing crisis, there was a lot of ladies that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I mentioned it.
That's
Did I vote for Obama? No, I was busy getting laid. Well, Adam, I'm glad you're getting laid instead of seeing Precious, but I have a question. Who's gonna love me?
In my one hand, I had a man.
John Goodman. No, John Goodman lost some
That
weight
was
too.
my fucking man.
John Goodman is a fat actor.
Yeah, but
Roseanne, she lost the weight. They always
John
fucking
Goodman's
lose
not
the
fat
weight
anymore. Yeah, that's
I know they always lose the weight. I'm
Oh,
fucking pisses
Ozempic.
me off. Dude.
Yeah, it's hard to think of one now because they're all. It's better to be thin. There's
They
no
should
role.
make They should make mega obese people actors. They should put them in like 600-pound life people. If there's one that has like a really good episode that people like a fan favorite, and they don't, the surgery doesn't work.
Those
Make
people are
that a
not there.
Hollywood star.
They are not likable. Let me tell you what about
Make
that
that
show.
shit a Hollywood
Yeah.
The
star.
600-pound
annoying.
people are
What are you
not
talking about?
likable.
What are you talking about?
You should put him in a movie called A Porno.
That'd be awesome. They should
My
fuck
sick-
make them fuck each other.
My
That'd be
600
fucking sick
pound
as hell.
penis, bro. My big worm. Now,
Usually, if you're going to see some, I would I mean, I would imagine if you're seeing a really fat person in a porno, they're fucking a regular sized person, but they should be like putting them together.
I missed that. I'm sorry.
calm down, Martin Luther King.
Okay. I have
I
a
know you have
dream.
a you have a dream, and it's not gonna work.
That's my dream.
Okay.
But nobody care. Well, nobody wants to hear about that dream.
No. Now,
Bullshit.
Ray Liotta, he has a dream. His dream is just he's like, I got to get out of this village where everything is taken care of for me. I'm gonna go in the woods and do what? I'll
I know.
figure it out. He
Why
has
does
no
he?
plan. So he
Why,
goes out in the woods
why
with
does
a
he want to escape?
crossbow, and Kevin Dillon's like, I want to come with you. I'm retarded. I love you. And he's like, don't go. Go home. And then like
No, no,
a couple
oh, sorry.
couple days later, Kevin Dillon's just like stumbling around the woods in the jungle, like, oh, and he gets captured.
He's a
And then
huge pain in the ass. This
But he-
character
Ray
is
Liotta's
very
got to
annoying.
rescue him.
He did have a reason to go out there, though. He didn't just wander in the woods. He's got to go get the distributor cap
Mm.
for the engine. And it was funny because at the beginning, when they're going through the
Right.
bad guy's hideout, I saw the distributor cap on the ground, and I'm like, why the fuck would they show you that? Oh, and it's foreshadowing to later when he needed the distributor cap. I'm
Because
like,
they have a V8 engine and they
Yeah.
need a distributor cap to make it work.
yeah. That was the thing.
Well, Kevin Dillon gets captured and then they like crucify him and they put like broken
That was
glass
sick.
shards
That was
around
yeah.
his
It's pretty
neck.
cool. The
Yeah.
rack
And
they
then-
have him on,
Yeah.
And then they like have little things of glass stab him in the leg constantly.
or it's like no. If his like feet drop, then these things go and stab him.
Yeah, they spin up and poke him.
Yeah, and the things around his head are like if he lowers his chin, he just like sticks himself with a bunch of like
If he
jagged
drops
glass.
the log,
that
the
what it
shit
is?
will stab into his head. I believe this
What
was
is-
supposed to be happening there.
What is the thing that the bad guy does to him when he's talking, when he goes up close and is talking to him? Because I'm hearing like, and he's like, but I don't see anything.
He's stabbing him.
You cutting his dick off?
Oh, I thought he
is it?
grabbed. Yeah, I thought he grabbed him in the balls. That's what I thought, but maybe that was just wishful thinking.
He's just jerking him off.
Well, Ray Liotta has a Molotov cocktail and he makes an explosion and every single bad guy gets like really scared and runs away and he's able to save Kevin Dillon. But then the main bad guy with the dreadlocks, that idiot guy, Stuart Wilson, he captures him and he's like, you have to fight to the death. And Kevin Dillon's like, kill me. You can get away. And so then Ray Liotta's like, I don't want to kill you. And then Kevin Dillon jumps onto his bamboo stick that Ray Liotta's holding and he pierces himself and then he dies.
What a great life.
And nobody cared.
And they're like, oh, okay, well, I guess we better execute him anyway. So they take him to this execution chamber with a guillotine. And then instead of getting his head cut off, the executioner puts he blocks the blade and he takes off his mask and he has like one eye and he's like, you need to get back.
Who is that guy?
That dude Merck's the executioner, but yeah, same idea.
So he's just like a guy. He's the inside man that had warned them earlier during the battle scene.
Wait,
Is he an actor of note?
are you sure? I thought he was the guy. I thought he was because I knew that was a guy who was supposed to, who we were supposed to have like seen before. But then he was like disfigured this when he came back, and I couldn't remember which guy that was. I was thinking maybe it was the guy from the original like prison that something happens to him.
I thought it was the guy that got kicked out of the village, but his teeth were different.
Yeah.
Because there's supposed to be like there's a moment of recognition, and I felt like I was supposed to also have that, but I didn't.
Well,
Yeah.
it was the because during the battle scene they said we have an inside man on the Outsiders, and he's like, "Who's that?"
Okay.
Don't.
So-
and then it's like, "Oh, the executioner. He's the inside man." Did we see him earlier? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
I watched this movie twice today.
All
I
right.
don't want to watch it 3 times
When did you first see this stupid movie, William?
when it came out.
When I was 8 years
When-
old.
on like USA or something?
No, we rented it, and it was a big, exciting night.
The cover looked cool with the gun, and it looked like it was going to be an awesome movie. And you're like, oh, Ray Liotta, he's cool from Goodfellas.
When did you
Sure,
first see
sure.
the movie, Adam?
Yesterday.
Yeah, me too.
Loser. Loser. You guys suck.
Man, I never get the cool. I never.
How come you're
Maybe
not
I
watching?
watched
Any of
Were you
that
getting
cool shit.
I don't
laid
remember.
I
when
was too busy
you're
getting laid.
in 1995? Dang.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting laid in 1994 and 5.
Loser.
I was masturbating
That's
on
cool.
my own with no instructions, figuring it out like the Hellraiser box.
Yeah. Try a little
Just,
trial and error.
just sitting in my room like, okay, if I just know something's gonna happen if I rub this. I don't know what. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but something is happening.
I remember hearing a story when I was in like fifth grade or something about like a kid who had to go to the hospital because he was trying to jerk off. He didn't know how to jerk off, so he was like rubbing it like a stick, like going like,
Nice.
and he had to go to the hospital.
Blowing on it,
I'm gonna try that.
putting leaves at the base.
He was very raw. His dad had to take him to the hospital.
I knew a
heard.
kid who went to the hospital because he tried masturbating, but he didn't know how, and he was using a magnifying glass with a sunlight aimed at the tip,
That could work.
and he was
I could see
trying
that
to
working.
see if that would make him come. But
Yeah.
it just set his cock on fire, and he burned the forest down.
Damn. That's how the fires in LA started, I heard.
Yeah, and then I knew this other guy in college, and he was trying to masturbate, but he ended up crashing his airline jet into the Twin Towers.
Oh no.
He just wanted to come. He just had his cock at the front of the plane.
I bet they blame that on some Arab guys.
Some guy named Muhammad Atta.
You just trying to
Damn.
bust?
He was my buddy in college.
Damn, he was a
Felt
homie.
bad. Yeah, I never told that story publicly,
R.I.P.
so that's out there now.
Friend of the show,
But-
Muhammad Atta.
Statute of limitations.
Yeah.
So he gets the ignition fluid, the
Distributor cap.
transmission. He gets the
Why are we okay.
he gets the
What?
manual transmission,
what?
and he's able to
Okay.
go make his boat. But unfortunately, all the gangs have been united. All of the gangs are now controlled by the leader because he cut off all the leaders' heads and said, "I just want to be in charge." Okay.
You know,
He
it's
said
just-
it. That's kind of what he said too. He said it in like a cheeky way. This is a
Yeah.
cheeky motherfucker, this guy.
He's too cheeky. He's too cheeky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Nobody's
the
actually
same
like
amount of
scared or
dudes. It
intimidated.
doesn't look like there's any more dudes. It's the same singular group of dudes. Where all these heads of the gangs come from, I don't know.
Well, they're like, "We gotta fight. We can't fight. We don't have enough weapons." And Ray Liotta's like, "I got a plan. I got a plan." His plan is they come and he fires a rocket at him with a rocket launcher and blows up the entire village. But like no one dies. They just like run away, and then the Dreadlock guy shows up. He's still alive. And then they fight on this tower, and then Lance Henriksen sacrifices himself or something, and then Ray Liotta throws the guy off the edge. And in a 90s movie, this is crazy. He falls off a ledge onto a spike. This is something we've never seen in a 90s movie.
Didn't that happen in Judge Dredd?
Yes.
Okay.
And the Crow and
Does it
the
happen
Rock.
what happens in Virtuosity?
Hand-
How does that guy die? The bad guy in that?
He does his same thing.
He falls into glass.
Yeah, he gets impaled on a bunch of glass. I mean, that doesn't kill him in the end, but
It's a cool way to
Yeah.
die.
Well, he pulls his computer chip out of his brain.
yeah, his brain cube.
Okay.
Oh, he rocks.
Nintendo
Yeah.
Brain Cube.
Yes.
That's better than this movie in Judge Dredd?
Oh yeah, well, not
Oh, yeah.
better than Judge Dredd. but
Way better
this
than
movie.
Judge Dredd.
Oh,
Way
come
better than
on,
Judge
no
Dredd.
way.
Way better.
The
I knew that
costumes
lag was
are
gonna get you,
close.
Mike.
I'll get
Judge
it. The
Dredd is
costumes in Virtuosity are sick, but not quite there.
Judge Dredd is a 2-star film. And then Virtuosity is a 3-star film.
One thing that I noticed about this movie that
I
I'm
gotta
not
see
really
this
into,
movie.
the guns in this movie look so fucking shitty, and I think that really shows how cool the guns in Judge Dredd are, because the ones in this are lame-o.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
made up prop guns. The one gun that looks like a rifle is kind of cool because it's modeled after a really rare gun, but the rest of them look like shit.
Mike, is this Mike's gun corner?
There's only one real gun, that, or that
What about
main gun that he
the
has.
missile gun?
With the missile gun, yeah, that's modeled after. Well, I
Well,
actually read a cool article about this on the firearms database. They
Ooh,
think
nice.
a lot of people believe it's modeled after this Pangcor jackhammer gun, which only two were made, which is basically your automatic shotgun in like Modern Warfare. I can't remember the other game. In a couple different games, it looks like a shotgun with a barrel with all the shells in it.
Okay.
And there's just a lot of controversy over whether or not that's the actual gun they made for the movie, or was it a prop gun, or was the prop gun designed after this jackhammer? It's all this controversy. There's no solid answer,
But
but
they put a missile in it, though, is what you're saying.
yeah, that's why it can't. You know, it probably not because they put this little grenade like launcher thing on the front of it.
What about Mike's costume corner? Do you feel like you covered all your
I already told you these costumes in this movie fucking suck. It looks
what
like
about the prison guards with the cool helmets?
that looked like Spaceballs. That's what that reminded me of.
And they had no body armor.
Yeah, and
Who needs body armor?
batons and blah, 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 blah.
What about Michael Lerner, star of Barton Fink? His
That's the warden?
glasses. Yeah.
good glasses? I feel like he
Tan
wears those
suit.
glasses. Those are just his glasses, I think. But
He's the banker in Blank Check.
We didn't go over the guy that sells all the goods on the beach that wash up.
Kevin J. O'Connor, who's also in Virtuosity.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's Daniel Plainview's brother.
Stefano. Yeah.
oh, yeah.
He's a great actor. He's in a lot of these movies in the 90s.
Who was he in
His character
Virtuosity? I
doesn't-
missed that.
He's the computer guy who tries to bang the hot chick but ends up getting killed.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, he looks much younger there, even though he's not. He still looks old, but he looks younger for some reason.
I got to see Virtuosity.
It's
crazy.
better than this movie, definitely. We can agree
It's
on
cra-
that.
It's crazy, dude.
Well, are we done with these stupid fucking
No.
Justice movies?
Future Justice is just we got so many to do.
Why are you doing that?
What?
Let's
This
watch
is
a
like
real
our
movie.
most
Let's watch a good
these are our
movie.
most popular episodes.
Oh, really?
We're having a great time, Adam.
What would you want to watch?
Cars.
I want to watch a Cynthia Rothrock movie.
Oh, yeah. Righting Wrongs. That's actually the Cynthia Rothrock movie I'd like to watch. It's got Yuen Biao in it.
It's
How do
good.
you say the
Now,
motherfucker's name?
look, we got to watch Future Justice movies. People love 90s. They love cyberpunk aesthetics.
Tired of
love-
watching movies that are bad and stuff because I just what do you say? You just are like, yeah, this movie sucks, and then you make gay jokes and talk about how they're all
I don't
sucking.
like Judge Dredd.
Actually, this made me kind of reassess Judge Dredd a little bit. I gave that movie 1.5 stars,
You guys are tripping.
and I think I would up that rating. I think after
See,
seeing
you
this
don't watch
movie.
enough bad movies. You don't understand how bad something can be.
But so I think I'd give Judge Dredd maybe.
So
2
we have to watch
stars.
worse movies, really.
Yeah.
We have to go shittier.
No.
What's shittier than this?
Oh,
I'm
my
sure.
God.
I'm sure you know. I'm sure you know.
There's some real garbage out there.
This
The
problem,
problem
with
with
this
this movie
movie
is that it's lame.
No, that's-
It's just
that's not what I was gonna
lame,
say.
and it's like PG
Not
13.
lame,
It's
it's
like
cool.
it's R-rated. Like people get their heads cut off. Like
Yeah,
the
that's
bad
cool.
guy cuts that guy's head off with a sword. But
No
there's
blood.
no.
Didn't this came out the same year as Waterworld? You said, right?
Yeah, and
So-
Waterworld's PG-13, and Waterworld has more
Waterworld's-
action.
Waterworld is, it makes you appreciate Waterworld. That's a good thing about this movie.
Yeah, I agree. It makes Waterworld look a lot better.
There's no
Which
scene
I
where
thought
Ray
got
Liotta's
better.
drinking his own pee. So Waterworld's fucking already got that on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Waterworld is kind of a Mad Max. There's like a little bit of a Mad Maxy thing with the guy.
A little.
gang
There's a lot.
guys.
There's a lot of
in this
there's a lot of-
movie, and No Escape. But Waterworld has
Well,
some-
that's the thing about these future justice movies, cyberpunk movies. They're all either Alien, Terminator, or Mad Max. That's like those movies were so influential. I guess Blade Runner is also in there. Those movies are so influential. They push everything. They influence everything. Although Escape from New York is a big influence on Terminator, in my opinion. Definitely Escape from New York is a big influence on this movie.
Oh, you think? How
But
did
Escape
they
from New
see
York,
Escape from New York
it-
and then decide to make this shitty movie? It would be so easy to make this movie cool. I don't know why they fucked it up so bad.
because Escape from New York is gritty, it's low budget. It's
Mm-hmm.
in the 90s there's this thing where they don't want to make sleazy movies. They don't want to make violent junky movies anymore. They're trying to like
Appeal to more a wider audience, maybe.
they're like embarrassed by like base violent
Sleaze.
just exploitation. They just don't
Yeah,
want to make they don't
exploitation.
they feel bad about making something exploitative, and it ends up being like Marge Simpson making itchy and scratchy cartoons. Like it's just fucking lame.
Yeah.
Why don't they all get along on the island prison and create a nice society? Because they can't. And then I mean the worst part about this movie, so they kill the bad guy, they stab him in the stomach, he falls off the ledge. But then the big fat guy comes in his helicopter gunship and he's like, I need a gunship.
The Jewish fat guy, not the
I
British
gotta
fat
kill
guy.
them. And he goes there, and then turns out the fat guy had a communicator, and he was tricking them. And
I love that the end of this movie is like the two fat guys in the movie are in cahoots. They're like, like don't
it's
trust,
about how the
trust the
the
fatties.
fat oppress us.
Yeah, for real.
But anyway, they're hiding by the helicopter. They sneak onto the helicopter. They throw all the fat guys away, and then they fly away on the helicopter. And Ray Liotta has the little book by Lance Henriksen. He's like, I'm going to blow the story wide open, and I'm going to tell the story about Benghazi.
Real convenient
Oh,
that he's
yeah.
a fucking helicopter pilot. That really came in handy there at the end of the movie.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
I'm glad
real
that worked out
convenient.
nice.
Real
God.
convenient. Too convenient. It's actually a little too convenient.
There's a lot of convenient shit that happens to Ray Liotta in this movie.
Why would the fat guy even go on the helicopter to the island? He's the warden. Why
Yeah,
wouldn't he
duh.
just blow it up?
Yeah, exactly. And remember too at the beginning
Why does
when
he even have? Why does he have this prison that
that's
he's
the
not?
big question. If he could just
Not-
blow up the island, why don't they just execute all of them? Duh.
Why do they have a secret prison that no one in the world can know about?
And
Yeah.
why is like prime real estate like property too? It's like
This movie's ridiculous. It never happened. It
this
never
is
happened.
ridiculous.
It would never happen in real life. Not possible.
You just take the prisoners and you put them in solitary confinement. You have maximum security. I mean, like Supermax.
Dude, when they first get there, it's like the big face projection
that
of the
scene is
warden.
ridiculous. His big fat dumb face.
And he's like,
That is
you
the
are the
funniest
only
part of the
escape
movie.
is death or whatever. And then it's like they act all tough. And then Ray Liotta, like, he's like, the warden's like kind of talking and telling him how like fucked he is and stuff like that. And Ray Liotta just like says something smart. And then he like, he's like, don't turn your back on me or something like that. And then he like grabs a gun and he like holds it to the warden's head. This guy who just like was just like laying down the law and is supposed
No,
to be
he's
really
trying to
like
make him
authoritarian.
torture his cellmate.
And then like
You have to give him 9 lashes.
And then,
yes,
like-
but
but
they
then
don't
he,
hurt
like-
him and they don't execute him for doing the attempted murder against the
Yeah,
warden,
he
the
like
kidnapping.
he pushes the warden off to the guards and then he tosses him the gun. And
Well, why didn't they kill him
club
on
him.
the island with the
or just
when they
kill him
capture him?
immediately right there? That's what would happen in real life if you pulled a gun on somebody. That guards would just like immediately kill you. They would kill you if you didn't even have a gun. If you were just like a fucking dog, or if you were like in
You're
your
just a war
apartment, they
hero?
would just like you would get killed immediately by a cop. That's what I'm
Like
saying. It's like-
if you were Pat Tillman, they would just kill you because you were a hero.
yeah, they'd kill you because you're a hero. Is that why they killed Pat Tillman?
If this movie was made today, the warden would definitely be a woman,
Hell yeah.
like a Hillary Clinton type.
hmm
And then Ray Liotta would be like Jason Statham.
Sure.
Tilda Swinton.
She would be good.
Ooh,
be a good
real
warden.
cunty.
Yes. Oh yeah, she would lay it down.
Did you ever see Snowpiercer?
Yeah.
Yes.
That Tilda Swinton's pretty good in that scene.
She's in The Beach too, and she's kind of like the boss of the the beach commune, and then she fucks Leo in one scene. You want to tell? Have you ever been
Are you
wondering
asking
what
a
it's like to
question?
fuck?
What is this? She fucks Leo.
Did she look hot or?
Well, what do you just? Why you got to be so? Why you got to criticize the way I'm talking?
Because I hate you.
What? What is this?
Just fucking with
Why
you.
would you say that?
Look,
I'm a guy. I don't. It doesn't matter to me.
the Tilda
This is just two
Swinton
guys
Beach
talking.
is she attractive? She's not wearing any makeup.
They're kind of like having like a little. It's a raw sex scene. I remember
What about
finding it a little erotic when I was a teenager.
Nice.
That was a DVD. I used to go every Sunday morning. A friend of mine worked at a different Hollywood video, and I would go and he would sell me a bunch of DVDs for $1 each. And I would go and I bought a bunch of them. Every week I would do this for like months. And then he got caught and then he got fired and they made him come to my house and I had to give him all the
No,
DVDs
no, no,
back.
no, 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 no.
Otherwise, I guess he said he was going to go to jail or something like that. So, and then he was like, "Is the beach? Is this one that you got for me?" And I was like, "I think that one's mine." But then I realized later that it wasn't. So he went to jail.
Bush League, bro.
What do you mean?
Well, number one, if a job told me to go retrieve the stolen DVDs, I'd be like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Fuck off." And your buddy William over there, well, I don't know how much he wants to go into it, but what your DVD scheme there is just you guys have got a Rasputin's, you don't got a use DVD place where you can go sell your stolen DVDs.
It's called
fence it.
Rasputin's.
Yeah, you were the fence there, but you were a $1 fence. That guy was not making enough money.
Yeah, it was. Well, he was just a friend, but it was a sweet deal. It was great. It was like a great Sunday morning. I went, got a few movies, and got some
he
like
went to
candy,
jail?
and then
No,
he
he
didn't
was
go to jail. I
joking.
was kidding, but it was a very serious
He was on
situation for a
he went to No
17.
Escape.
Yeah,
What if your friend was on the movie No Escape? He's like, I
he's
stole DVDs from Hollywood Video and sold them to this putz, Adam Bowers.
that's
And I
Kevin
would have
Dillon.
I would have gotten away with it, except the beach. He kept the beach.
Yeah,
He didn't tell them. Yeah, Mike.
pretty awesome. I still have
When I worked at Suncoast, I used to call Mike Thomas up, who worked at Sears, and he would just come over and we would just fill an entire shopping bag with movies, and then he would just walk out the store.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, yeah, like everybody and then
And then
when I
we would
worked
just
at
have
a different Hollywood video later,
Then we had so many
everybody would
DVDs, we were just like
steal stuff.
watching movies all the time, and we are just having fun. And we were like, "Hey, look at this DVD. Let's watch this DVD."
Yeah, it's awesome. I think the manager at the Hollywood video I worked at was stealing like the TVs that were there.
Nice. William couldn't sell My Blue Heaven to Rasputin's because he'd already sold them what 2 or 3 copies, and they wouldn't take the 4th copy of it.
You wore the fence out.
I got put on a list, and they said I had to show receipts.
Nice.
So then I would have my friends just sell it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Smart
And then
operation.
what did I do with this money? I remember one time I bought an amazing Jeremy Bolin designed bong. Beautiful bong with a frog on it. This beautiful bong. And we went to Berkeley and we bought it. We smoked weed and we were having fun. We cut class to do this. Then that night I just left it in the back seat of my car
Nice.
under a jacket, and my mom found it and immediately shattered the whole thing.
Oh, yeah,
Come
damn.
on, Mom.
That is so uncool.
That guy, Jeremy Bolin, he later was arrested by the George W. Bush administration under Operation Pipe Dreams.
Is that where they got Chong also?
Tommy Chong, yeah. So in Berkeley, they went to all these head shops and they were arresting all the bong sellers. This is a real thing that happened.
That's fucked up, dude.
Bolin, Jeremy Boland
Bush.
with a D.
Is that his name?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember.
Jeremy
Jeremy-
Bolin Designs. JBD Designs.
JPD
Jerome Baker.
design. Okay. So that's close.
I mean, it was 25 years ago. So
Jeremy Bolin. Jerome
And
Baker,
then when Tommy
football
Chong-
linebacker.
then when Tommy Chong went
Oh,
to prison,
wow.
his roommate was the guy from Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, nice.
This guy, that Jerome Baker, is
That's
still doing
awesome,
bongs, and they're sick
dude.
as fuck.
I would go to jail if my roommate was like somebody like, who was really successful. That's probably better than not being in jail. You know what I mean? You get
Like,
like
what do you mean? What
you
would you
could
do?
just like chat,
So you get
like
raped by like
Martin Shkreli.
Elon Musk would rape you? Oh
Why are
yes.
you saying that he wouldn't fucking rape me? I'd
Oh
rape him.
yes. I'm
I'd ra
I'm going to teach you, Adam, how to be rich and wealthy, but first you must allow my seed in the Poland method.
Well, I mean that's what the Ashley St.
Holy
Clair did.
sh!
And she's got it made now. She's got the bag.
What's
So
the big deal, Mike?
This Jerome Baker bong is $700.
I'm seeing a
Yeah, my mom.
$1,000 one that's like a squiggly line. It's called Diamond Dragon. It looks
These are
awesome.
sick as fuck.
My mom shattered it because I left it in the
Oh
back
my
seat of my
God.
car under a hoodie.
How much was it? How much did you pay for it?
$50.
Damn, dude. Your mom is a fucking idiot.
Maybe I paid more.
This is
And I was
before super hot, I would imagine.
This was like, and this is all paid for with stolen DVD money.
God,
Those were the
what
days.
a good
Those were the
business.
days.
You're a good businessman, William.
Easy come, easy go. Well, you got to
Yeah.
see this piece I got. Hold on, you guys talk. I'll be.
I also need to go to the bathroom. But what do you want to talk
Let's
about,
stop
Adam? Did you buy any cool bongs when you were younger?
No, I never owned a bong. I have pipes that I have liked before.
What about a bubbler?
No bubblers.
Really, pipe is the furthest you go, huh?
That's the farthest
surprising.
I've gone. I didn't buy weed for a long time.
Oh,
I
you
was only
just
smoking other people's weed.
scavenger smoker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
nothing wrong with that.
That's a good way to not to have a bad weed habit, by the way. So
Yeah, I get that's kind of what I do with cigarettes, but I just feel bad bumming them off people all the time, which is what
yeah,
ends up
people
happening.
hate you for sure. They
Yeah.
definitely resent you, but
When it's a random
okay.
person, I'll offer them $1. But what you're talking about with friends, yeah, that does suck.
well, I'm giving them my company, so it's kind of like they're getting something in return.
I just try to make them feel extremely guilty for extending my smoking habit. So that's their payment.
Oh, I see. Hey,
I was trying to quit, but now you gave me one. So what the fuck, man?
oh, so you're kind of pulling it the opposite on them, where you're saying like you're making like a bad thing that they give you something for free.
Yes, I
Okay,
am.
cool.
That's what I'm doing.
That's okay. Hey, I'd love to end this episode.
Hold on,
What?
you got one of these, Adam?
It's getting past Adam's bedtime. We gotta.
I'd love to have a little bit of time before I go to sleep.
What the fuck is that?
Wow. That looks like a Willy Wonka bong.
There would be no way I could handle keeping that. I would shatter that immediately.
Some Dr. Seuss shit, bro.
I don't know what to do with it.
Give it to me next time I see you.
It's like it belongs in a museum. It's like an
Hmm.
Indiana Jones bong. It's so beautiful.
That's pretty cool.
It's not even a
Wait,
bong. It's a
you don't even
bubbler.
smoke. Don't you do smoke again?
Me or William?
I haven't
William.
smoked in 6 months.
I quit every Monday, and then usually
maybe
by Wednesday, Thursday, I'm back on it.
It's like at 7 or 8 months at this point.
It's good that you're
Nice.
taking a day or two off.
Thankfully, the
Phil-
podcast will go late enough that the store will be closed, which is nice.
I finally feel normal.
How does it feel?
Feels like shit,
Yeah, that's the issue, man.
but I'm not tired.
That's the
Yeah, the
that's-
tired thing sucks.
Yeah, I do hear that. I do hear that.
Basically, when you smoke, you take all your
Motivation.
juice and you just burn it. You just crumple it up and you just like set it on fire and then you're done. And you're like, well, I'm tired. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
fall asleep.
Yeah.
That's true.
That sounds
Now
pretty cool.
now instead I get that feeling. Never. So I never feel that. So it's better. But I'm awake.
Good. That's great. It doesn't sound, I'm just being nice,
Oh.
but yeah, good for you.
It's I don't really know what the point is, but I'm awake. I have a lot of energy. I have more time to game. So that's good.
That's what it's all about. All right, let's do ratings.
This movie, I mean, look, it's really boring and stupid and it's long. That's the problem.
the
If it was 90 minutes, if you trimmed this stupid English character with the Coke glasses, or if you got rid of that dumb distillery guy who was in the original Star Wars, or if you just got, if you added, even if you added characters, it would feel shorter. If you just made the movie move and be interesting, if you had the villain be interesting.
I think it's that it's like they go have this big battle, and it's like the
One and
middle
a
of the
half
fucking movie.
stars.
1.5 stars.
1.5 stars.
They go to the big battle. It's like
Worse than Judge Dredd.
they have this big battle, and then like they're back in the village, and you're like, what the fuck? Why are they back? Like just washing their face in the sink again and stuff after this. And then it's like he goes out again, and then Kevin Dillon is there, and then Kevin Dillon's captured, and he has to kill Kevin Dillon. Then he's back at the fucking village again.
Okay, what's your point?
And then you're like, I'm just off of what you're saying. It's like this movie, this has a structure problem.
Well,
where
what
it's just
should
like-
they change?
Well, it's like maybe add like one thing before
I'll tell you
this
what,
big battle, and then just
here's
have the
what
big
you
fucking
add.
battle, and then like end the
Wrong.
fucking movie.
Wrong.
Like the Kevin Dillon thing is good.
Wrong.
Hold on a second. The
Wrong.
Kevin Dillon
No,
thing is
no,
good
no, no.
because
I
it
have- let
adds
me-
stakes, but like to then not have that be like the
Yeah, you're not
leads to the
saying what should
climax.
happen. Here's what should happen.
What
Here's
I'm saying is that it
happen.
should happen.
Shut
like
your mouth.
no, I'm
Shut up.
no. You were the one that should shut up.
Here's what they should do.
No,
Ray
listen,
Liotta
you are the
needs
guy
to
that
be-
needs to stop talking.
Ray Liotta needs to be hurt. He needs to be beaten. They need to beat the shit out of him. The village needs to burn and be destroyed. They need to be in a hopeless state. They need to lose nearly everything and be like half of their men need to be killed. Just make something dramatic happen. It's like Dune, right? When they attack the family and they kill the whole family, and it's like, whoa, what's going to happen?
I get why
they're
Mike
told-
hates you now.
Adam's like, here's the thing, what they should do. They should have a scene that happens. And in that scene, something new should happen.
I
And
didn't
should
even get to
just
say
keep-
my
I sh-
great
I
my
should
great
keep
point.
talking.
You started immediately talking and then like muting me, which is such a low class move.
Well, no one wants to hear people talk over each other. Now go tell us
But
your
you were
idea.
but you were talking over me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You didn't give your star rating.
You just said nothing. You bored everyone. You bored me.
I don't think I was given a fair chance, but
I'm
I would
giving you
say-
on this episode, Adam,
yeah, I guess I'd give this
2.3 stars.
1.5 star. Why do you give me 2.3 stars, motherfucker?
That's better than the movie.
Okay. Yeah.
For me, the easiest thing they could have changed is made the bad guy bad or like cool. He was just totally fucking lame. Like I don't know what type of bad guy is all fruity and makes like campy comments.
In prison, you encountered a guy like this.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, this is very much like your prison experience, right, Mike?
Yeah,
This whole
totally.
movie?
I'm like, this is like my
Oh.
experience in the real world. But I
Now,
will,
Mike,
yes,
Dude.
let me ask you this.
yes,
Now, if we were making the movie
yes.
and we're like, okay, so it's the bad guy in the prison, the meanest guy in the prison. He's
Yes.
black, right? He's a big, angry black guy, right? He's a killer or a Mexican guy
Okay,
or,
yeah,
or a white or a Nazi.
sure, sure.
And then the Hollywood producers like, ooh, no, I don't know about that.
That's how it happens, huh?
We're thinking like a black revolutionary,
Making me a
like,
little
really
uncomfortable.
racist, white. He has like little white bitches who just like suck his dick all the time.
Sure,
And he's
sure.
and he's like, he's really tough. Like, no, okay. Oh, he's racist, right? He's really racist, and he like cuts like black people up, and he like crucifies them all over his gang hideout, and he's like really evil. They're like, oh, that's lame. What if he was funny and quippy?
Lame.
Oh, okay.
Road Warrior.
Like
great
they are
villain.
in prison.
Waterworld.
Let's keep
Dennis
it realistic,
Hopper, way
guys. Let's
better
make
than
the
this
bad
guy.
guys funny. The
Dennis
baddest guy,
Hopper
the
is-
baddest motherfuckers in prison are funny and charming, little cheeky guys.
Sure, you got to be charming. Definitely, you got to be likable to be in charge or
Like
something.
an act, no, more like a thespian, kind of
Yeah.
like charming like a thespian.
Nah.
So the best thespian is usually the guy who runs shit in jail.
It's funny that the makers of this movie probably saw Waterworld and were just like, whoa, That was good. Like, I wish we could have made a movie like that. That one was really good.
Why didn't we think of that?
God.
Dennis Hopper,
Oh, they
I
did it.
want, he would have, Apocalypse Now, Dennis Hopper. This would have been cool.
Oh yeah, they needed this movie needed. Oh, I don't know. Dennis Hopper can do. He would have done like the charming villain thing, with a little bit more. Gotta have that like Dennis Hopper charm if you're gonna do something like that. Let's end this episode.
Why are you so angry?
I'm just mad at what you did to Mike
You're s-
earlier
Lance
about the Jurassic
Hendrickson.
Park thing.
Lance Hendrickson was scarier, and the villain should have been like that, kind of like less pronounced.
Yeah, let's Hendrickson would have been great villain to be the
Yeah,
bad guy.
they
It
should
was
have
funny.
switched the
Wasn't it
sides.
funny, by the way, when he was like at the end because he gets like stabbed in that first big battle,
Yeah,
and then like later he's like lying on his deathbed, and Ray Liotta comes in, and Lance Henriksen's like, "I'm dying. I have Hodgkin's disease."
yeah.
And they're just like, didn't you get stabbed? Why did you just say that he's got like dying from a complication from being stabbed earlier? Why are they giving him Hodgkin's disease?
And he also gets
Remember-
Very
stabbed
funny
again at the end.
screenwriting choice.
He gets
And he's
stabbed
like,
twice.
That's
I
funny.
want you to be in charge to Ray Liotta. And then Ray Liotta tells Ernie Hudson, he's like, he said he wanted you to be in charge.
Mark of a true leader.
Ooh, that's kind of what Alfred does to Bruce Wayne at the end of the Dark Knight. He like
It's like
spares.
Hook when the fat kid got to be the new Rufio.
Oh yeah,
See, it is
That's
like Hook.
that's kind of a DEI sort of hire. You know what I mean, guys?
The one thing I like about this era of movies a lot is that Lance Henriksen is in like movies, or like Ernie Hudson. I miss this era of. I love these actors.
Yeah, good actors for sure. Like, some personality. They're not all just like CW teens. That's what every fucking movie has now. That's the problem. They're all just like bland, multiracial,
Like what?
like all these stupid movies that
Which
are
movie?
made on Netflix and like
Which one?
uh
No answer. You see, this is why you have to be muted, because you can't think of an example.
why don't you help me?
I'm testing you. I just saw the movie Hard Eyes, and the big villain in that movie was Jordana Brewster, and she's no Lee Van Cleef. She's no Ernie Hudson.
She's pretty scary, I think.
She's skinny. She's
That's what I meant.
attractive.
I don't know who she is, but I already
I
don't
meant
like her.
skinny. I meant skinny. She's in Fast and the Furious.
Ew.
Oh, sorry, Mike.
I gotta use my itching stick here.
Sorry to talk. Sorry to mention it. Sorry to tell you about a
Skinny
skinny
Mike.
woman.
Blah,
Ruin your night.
blah.
Next week we're doing Time Cop. We got
Oh,
more Future
ooh.
Justice.
We are doing Time Cop. Nice.
Time Cop is next week.
At least
I
this
love
week,
Ron
at least we
Silver.
got JC. Jesus Christ. Is that a
JCV.
coincidence?
JCVD.
Jean Claude.
Hold on. VD.
Jean Claude
doesn't-
Venero disease.
Hey, I must have done too much cocaine and had sex with a hooker.
I got VD.
Yeah, you got John Claude Van Damme, Mia Sarah, and you want to talk great villain.
Ooh, love me a
One of
Sarah.
the all-time great villains, Ron Silver.
Who is dead?
Damn.
Conservative Ron Silver.
R.I.P. Friend of the show.
He was a great actor. He's in movies like The Arrival, and he's in that he plays Alan Dershowitz in that one movie
Yeah, that's it. He plays
with
Alan
Jeremy
Dershowitz.
Irons.
Yep.
He plays himself in Heat Vision and Jack.
Is he in like when
Hell
it is, I feel like he's in a movie called like When a Man Loves a Woman or something like that.
That is a
Just- I
movie.
kinda
Andy
just-
Garcia's in it.
Andy Garcia, that's what I was thinking of.
Armand Asante is not in Time Cop, but he would have
Nah.
crushed it. You see, gentlemen, we now have time travel, and the federal government must make a new federal police task force to deal with this time travel.
Oh heavens.
It's like a shitty version of the Minority Report. Although Minority Report is kind of shitty too.
Well, I
Look.
bet a Minority Report doesn't have
Ron
Jean
Silver.
Claude in an underwear doing a split. Seeing those juicy cheeks.
Are you gonna
I'm
fuck him in
saying,
the ass?
fellas, am I? I mean, hey, it's the end of the episode. Let's get real, boys.
He has a nice butt. I posted his butt on Twitter. That was my most popular tweet of all time. I got over 3 trillion likes.
Oh, so you think that like there's some sort of like validation for you, but it's like what you think people are fucking liking it because they think they like your butt?
Yeah,
So what do
I
you think?
do. That's what I think.
You taking
I
the
got three.
work, Jean-Claude's hard work to make the what this great butt, and then you're being like, it's actually my tweet. So I get kind of like we're both getting credit. That's what you're spending your time doing. Why don't you
I'm
work on
promoting
your
the
own butt?
show. I'm
Tweet
promoting the
tweet
show.
pictures of your own butt and then see how many likes it gets.
Do some squats.
I do squats.
Let's see.
My ass is nice and fat and juicy. Okay. And
Gotta keep it
you
juicy for your
guys don't
girl.
need to. I am working on my butt. I'm going to get my colonoscopy on Friday. Currently having a low fiber diet.
You're doing squats to get
Are we
ready
gonna
for your
watch that video
colonoscopy.
on the pod? We should watch that for the pod.
Thursday, Mike, you're going to love
Yeah.
this. Thursday, I can't eat any food.
Yeah, they got to scan my liver for some shit, and they said I got to not eat for 8
Hey,
hours.
but William, it would be kind of a funny goof if you
Liquid diet.
eat a bunch of food. And then
Just clog it up.
start doing the colonoscopy.
Like, whoa, what the hell's in here? Jesus.
You eat like hot wings and stuff right before.
Yeah, when they told me I can't eat, I told them you got to give me a morning appointment. I mean, I can't go
Yeah,
12 hours without eating unless I'm asleep. Come on, that's ridiculous.
I have to go 24 hours without eating food.
Well,
So
I
you
guess
could
I'm never
do-
getting a colonoscopy.
It's a great opportunity to do a goof on your doctor.
Did they check your prostate already?
No.
Or we're not old? We're not old enough for that. Why the hell? I mean, I don't know. This is really, we don't really need this, but why do you need a colonoscopy?
Well, my father died of colon cancer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You
I don't know what the cause was.
we should honestly like already be getting these things, but
That's what I thought.
like health insurance doesn't cover it because like there's a like statistically low enough chance that we wouldn't get it, but there's still statistically a chance that we could have it. But health insurance won't cover it. That's why we don't get it until we're like a certain age.
And then you've already got the
All
cancer.
right,
And
Adam, get up, turn around, bend over, and drop those fucking pants.
Yeah,
take
let's
a
do
look
each
at-
other's. We don't need doctors. We have each other.
You get a
we
snake
we have
cam?
we
yeah,
have a
have you seen
perf-
those? Have you seen those things on YouTube where you got like the camera and you put it in your ear and clean out your
Oh,
ear?
yeah, you could use that in your butt.
Just shove it up your ass and see what happens.
Guys, we have a perfect agrarian society of all bros. We can handle these things ourselves. We don't
Quick
need
question.
we don't need to get off this island. Off
Quick
this-
question. If they stick a 12-inch hose up my asshole, will I be gay?
I mean, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if you
Once-
do you like it or not?
I don't know if I like it.
That's true.
Well, then I guess we don't know if you're gay then.
If
But
I don't like it,
but
it's
yes, once you have a colonoscopy, you are technically gay. So sucks, but hey, it's no big deal. Who cares? It's 2025, dude.
Is this your asshole?
This could be.
William's showing us a video of colonoscopy on the.
Ugh.
Yeah, dude, it's so juicy. God damn. Oh God, it's like walking through a sloshy sewer or something. You know what I mean?
I have to
Good
drink
Lord.
this. I have to drink this fluid
Bariatric
Ugh.
fluid.
that makes me have
Oh my
diarrhea.
Lord. This
And
is
you
a
have to-
fucking ride. Feel like I'm on like a terrible ride. Oh, look, preparing for your colonoscopy. It had Canada Dry ginger ale. It's Precious. And then immediately shows Precious.
Yes.
Who's gonna love me? See,
This is one of the greatest scenes in all of cinematic history.
is that Mariah Carey?
Yeah, it is Mariah
Yeah.
Carey. And she's actually really good in this scene too. Gabrielle Sidibe and whatever, she sucks. No wonder she's not in any more movies.
Would you bang her?
Absolutely not.
She thick as
Would you
hell,
be-
bro.
Would you bang Monique?
For the clout, hell yes, I would.
I would fuck Monique. She's a queen.
Thank
dude.
you.
She's a queen of comedy.
Thank you
She
for
won an
that.
Oscar.
For this, she deserved it. You're not playing the audio. That's
All
the
right.
cruelest.
Come on.
What's so much
That's
for
the cruelest part. This
Let's-
is cruel. Hey, you're
Next
like
week, Time
Precious's
Cop.
mom. All right.
Okay.
Mia Sarah's in it, and
You've already
John
fucking said that. That was a perfect
and
thing for you to
Ron Silver.
from A Man Loves a Woman.